Hi, I'm Ruthie Dahle and welcome to my channel and welcome to Makeup Wednesdays. This week I'm showing you how you can reduce the appearance of a breakout using makeup. So if you want to know more, then keep on watching. So today I was originally supposed to be doing another video, but I thought that what other perfect time to do a how to cover up your breakouts than when you actually do have a breakout on your face. Now my breakout is due to the fact that I ate something I'm allergic to and I ate a lot of it without being aware of it, hence the horrible breakout I have on my face, specifically my chin. I used to have this a lot when I was a teenager and I thought it was just hormonal issues, but turns out it's one of my food allergy reactions, so that's fun. There are different ways to do this, and whenever I do try to cover up a breakout, I don't do it with the intention of completely removing the appearance of a breakout, because you can remove the color all you want, but the texture is still gonna be there. So what I like to do is try to smooth it out and make it like as even as possible without it looking too cakey, without it looking too weird or out of place or discolored, and just make it look like your face is all over smoother. But at the same time, if you have like a little pimple here and it's noticeable that you have a little bump here, I don't care about that. I just want to even the colors out and make it look more cohesive, my face that is. And so I guess we should just start. So what I like to do is start off by using an eyeshadow primer, and the reason why I do this is, well, first of all, I use eyeshadow primer for my face every day anyway, just because makeup doesn't stay on my nose, usually sometimes not on my chin or sometimes not even here or on my forehead, so that's where I usually put the eyeshadow primer and it will help with that. But we all know that it's hard for anything to stick to your breakouts, especially makeup. It tends to move around and all of that, so eyeshadow primer is something that is great for that. Now I happen to have the one that is from Smashbox 24-hour photo finish shadow primer that looks like this. Now you can use a different type of eyeshadow primer, just make sure it's a little bit of a tacky feel to it, because that is what the foundation and the concealer is gonna attach itself to. So I usually use that much, I don't know if you can tell, and I put it between my index fingers and I warm it up a little bit, and I just take it on my crucial areas, like I said, where the makeup doesn't stick. And then I go ahead and put another type of primer on the rest of my face. I don't need to put this on top of the areas I already put the eyeshadow primer. So this one is affordable. So this one is the W7's Prime Magic Camera Ready, and it looks like this. And this one is really good, actually. I want to say I take about this much for the rest of my face. It may be a lot for some people, but I like to bring it down to my neck as well, because I do blend my makeup down there, so... Now the next step is taking some sort of a correctional color. So because you want to eliminate the pink or the red, you want to take something that is green. And I have no idea if this one is longer in production, but this one is from Kiko. It's the Skintone Corrector Primer, and it does look like this, but I don't know if they still have this, but they should have a version of this at Kiko, Milano. And so I just take some, and you can put this on top of a beauty sponge, or you can use your fingers for this. I like to, before I used to have just used a sponge for this, and it works perfectly fine doing it that way. But yesterday when I was doing this makeup, because I needed to put makeup on my face, I was doing it with my finger because I didn't want to look for the sponge that I have specifically for a correcting primer, because I have my beauty sponges for different products that I use. I don't like to have too much product on one sponge, so I use my finger and that works perfectly fine. You want to put some on your finger and you want to dab on the areas that you have. And then I just take a sponge and kind of blend it just a little bit, nothing too much, and I add more as I would need more. So the color usually tells me how much I need. I don't wait until it's completely removed because my foundation will do some of the work and also the setting powder, but I do so that the pinkness is reduced by at least half. That's what I like. So now that that step is done, what you want to do is go ahead and get your foundation, and that's why I'm putting my hair behind my ears. The foundation I'm using is the L'Oreal's True Match in the shade Ivory Rose 1R1C. This one is just a tad too light for me at the moment, but I will use a different kind of setting powder so it will even out at the end of it. So I just take a sponge that hasn't... I don't like damp beauty blenders. I don't know if anybody else is like that. I absolutely... well, my face hates damp beauty blenders. So for me, I only use dry ones. So this one is perfectly dry. I will put some product and dab some over my face. Then we blend. And then to blend this into my skin, I like to take this is again a dry beauty blender, and I dump it in. And the next step is taking a concealer. Now I like to use a concealer that matches the foundation that I have, because I put concealer on areas where I know I will need more foundation, but instead of adding more foundation, I'm putting more just concealer on top. And so this one is the same, it's L'Oreal's True Match, and this one is 1R1C, which means it's Ivory Rose as well. It's the same shade as the foundation. Now, because it is the same shade as the foundation, this has no brightening effect, and you do not want to put a lighter concealer on your breakout area. You do not. You want to match your foundation as best as you can with your concealer, because you do not want to add any lighter concealer on that specific area, just because that's where the light is going to bounce off, and this is going to be a highlighted area even if you didn't put a highlighter on it. So make sure you have a color that matches your foundation to put extra on top of your breakout area. And then I have a completely different sponge that looks identical to the one I used with my foundation, but this is a different sponge. Again, it's dry, no product, and I dab in the concealer. Then I take the same sponge as before and blend everything in, but I avoid my eyes just because I want to do that last. Already, this is a improvement on the breakout area. Now you can still see the bumps. I do believe you can see that on the screen. I don't know. I do believe you can. And you can see this one is a little bit more pink, and so is this one. They're not all that hidden, I guess. And I'm not too worried about that because, like I said, everybody has breakouts. I don't know if I said that already, but everybody has breakouts and there's nothing to worry about. What I like to do is just smooth it out a little bit so it's not in your face. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use my setting powder. This one is from Max Factor, and it's the Cream Puff Press Powder in the shade 5 Translucent, and it just looks like this. You can see it. And with this, I like to use but this is powder puff. I'm using something like that. And I take some on this, keeping it handy, and then I just dab underneath my eye. This is what I do so that the creasing won't be as much underneath my eye. Make sure I don't blink or look down. Well, I can blink, but I can't look down or move my eye. The skin underneath my eye is too much. I will go in with my bronzer and my blush off camera because it's not necessary for the cover up of the blemishes that I have on my skin. But I do want to give you a tip before we are at the very end, and I'm going to do setting spray because that's the next thing you will see me do. I do recommend that whenever you have blemishes on your face that is very pink or reddish, try to avoid using a pink blush or pink lipstick or a pink eyeshadow on your face, because whenever we see one color on an outfit, on the face, whatever, we try to see if we can see that color again somewhere else. And so let's say I put pink eyeshadow on, people are gonna then look on my face like, where else do they see pink? They do this subconsciously. It's not something they like, oh yeah, I've seen pink, I need to find more pink. Like, it's something they do without thinking about it. And so they've seen pink, and then they're gonna search the rest of my face, where else can they find pink, and then they're gonna see my breakouts. So now I have applied my bronzer and my blush and mascara and my eyebrows, and I did put on a lipstick that is a nude color. So if you're wondering which one this is, it's the 200s Bare Beauty by Isadora, and I have the matching lip gloss on top. And I will tell you why I would like to put lip gloss on my lips even though I have a breakout right underneath. And don't be scared of putting lip gloss on your lips if you have breakout around your mouth, because you're not putting highlighter on the actual area that has a breakout. That is a big no-no. So now I will be putting on the highlighter, and so I'm using the one from Makeup Revolution. It's the Cheek It Take a Breather, and I will be using number 1, this one right here. And I like to use a big fluffy brush for the bigger areas of my face, so like on top of my cheekbones. And then I like to go in with a smaller brush that looks like this. And I like to do like my eyebrows and smaller areas of my face to get it more a detailed and precise look. And I normally do put highlighter on my chin, but now that I do have a lot of breakout going on right here, I will not do that. And so it helps having lip gloss on if you want to even out the shininess of your face. Another thing, if you don't want to be putting on lip gloss because you think it is too focusing for that area, you can do what I did, and I always do this even if I don't have a breakout, and that is use a big fluffy brush and put highlighter right here, because it does in certain lights will give you that extra shine to your face, like natural shine. Now with the setting spray, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my trusty old setting spray that I use every single time, and that is the Makeup Revolution's Sport Fix, and it looks like that. And I'm just gonna spray my face. And I liked with the Clean Beauty blender, and then I just dab it out because I feel like this is like the last blending step. I know I've said it before, but I do believe that's what it does to my face. Now I make sure I don't dab on the actual breakout because I don't want to remove any product from that area accidentally. I don't want to accidentally scratch it, even with the beauty blender that is soft. I don't want to be removing any product from that area. So I do try to go around it, but not on top of it. And so this is the finished look that I have for you. This is what I look like whenever I have a breakout and I just want to cover the redness of it. I don't necessarily care about covering up the bumps because that is just going to make it look cakey and out of place, and it's just going to look like you tried too hard, at least most of the time for normal people. So just focus on like evening out your skin tone rather than removing the appearance of your breakouts. And so with that, the video is done, and I want to say that if you liked the video, please leave a like down below, and if you have any questions or anything like that, then leave a comment down below. And if you want more content like this, then please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you will be notified when I upload a video. My Makeup Wednesdays are posted every Wednesday at 8 o'clock Norwegian time, which makes it about 3 o'clock New York time. And with that, I want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!